Hey guys, what's going on? Good evening from Dhaka, Bangladesh. We're actually doing some reviews right now. I have done already two individual reviews. So this is the third one, which is going to be list, and the list is going to be consisting of 13 fragrances. I actually initially picked 10, and I felt like I have few more. So let's make room for three more, right? So these fragrances are criminally underrated. That's the list. Criminally underrated means people don't talk about these as much, but they are worthy of talking about. A lot of mainstream fragrances, they do get like the love, or the recognition, but these don't get much talk. And I would tell you very briefly why they are special. I have reviewed them all on my channel individually, and I have few more, many more fragrances than this, which are good in each house, like designer, niche, affordable, cheap. It doesn't matter, but these are good fragrances. One thing, and other thing is, time is 11:30, right? So I love this watch, man. I cannot stop staring at it. It's just nice Casio, well done, and it's the dial is very beautiful. Anyway, so uh, let's do this, okay? And one last thing I would like to say that, yeah, I'm not facing the camera. You have noticed about week. I'm just going through something. I'm just trying to write it out, avoiding human contacts and stuff. Like, I'm just going to places by myself, trying to stay busy. And you guys, some of you know why. Just going through, okay? It's just a wave after wave, right? So just like the song. Anyway, so I hope you don't mind and you can appreciate the videos. First video fragrance I'm going to show, Hailstone. Okay, this fragrance I got, I think few months back. This Halstone Z-14, I think that's the name, and this is one of the affordable perfumes that I have in my collection, thanks to guys like I think Ashton, who introduced it. Maybe who else talked about it? Those who talk about it, thank you so much. I wouldn't know about it otherwise. And my good friend Carlos, from the States, and a few of the other brothers love this. This is a very old school classic. Okay, this is kind of not for everybody. This is a very mature fragrance, not really barbershop type, but it is kind of like Tom Ford, or what's the fragrance? Man, overeating is not good. Your brain goes like fade mode. Tom Ford Italian Cypress, if you know that one, yeah, now you're interested. It is very similar to that quality wise, and I think this one came out before Tom Ford, so this is not a dupe of that, right? So they are similar, and this is actually very good quality, very decent longevity, and I'll enjoy this in colder months. Z-14 Hailstone, that's my first one today. Let's see if we can fit it. Yeah, I'm trying to use this angle so I can fit all the 13 fragrances. Number 12 is one of my nostalgic fragrances. This is one of the first fragrance I bought with my own money. Like, when I started my college, university, I used to save up, because I love perfumes back in the 2000s. And I can tell you one thing, I enjoy this fragrance through and through. This is my fifth or sixth bottle. And I did have something, let me show you, funny. This one, I'm using it as a pen holder, but this is the old one, blue jeans, and it says Versace, okay? So I'm using it for these other stuff, but this is my very first bottle, okay, or second bottle. But that's not available anymore, doesn't say Versace anymore, but still, blue jeans is available. That's the good news, okay? And it's not reformulated much. Performance is great, and the bottle design is basic, 75 ml. The cap has a lion, and it's like all sticks out. If you never tried it, there's one for women which I hate. That one is horrible, and I would like to try the other ones, the green, baby jeans, black jeans, other ones. This perfume, I need to get a backup bottle. This is magical, very magical. Do not read Fragrantica comment and people go like, oh, this is just a basic blue fragrance, bro. Like, don't get this, is horrible. I seen this comment, it's okay. Like, people who are into niche perfumes, they're not going to appreciate it, but very unique fragrance from this house, okay? And this one and Dreamer are very underrated, and Versace, man, these three are some of the hidden gems from this house. So criminally underrated because of I get a cola smell from it. It's like an old school vibe. And this blue smell, it comes with heliotrope. Like, this floral makes this fragrance kind of like a floral, like if you watch Lord of the Rings, I think that movie goes with this perfume. The smell was very majestic smell. I just really like it. Blue Jeans by Versace. That's number 12. Number 11, I'm gonna go with this fragrance. People, I don't understand what's wrong with people. I don't want to blame, but people seem to like a niche fragrance. Okay, say Nikolai Patchouli Intense, right? That's a niche perfume worth $200 for 75 ml or more. If you like that and you like to pay that price and you enjoy the longevity, that one is insane in longevity. That's a great performing fragrance. But something like that for a much better price point, and I would say value, Okay, this is also not as expensive. This is ATMO from House of Afnan. Okay, some people love that. This is Afnan Patchouli on Fire. This is a take on that. Okay, and it's a very good take. One thing is that presentation is great, and other thing is magnetic cap. These are very nice bottles. Okay, this one, and I also have another one which is more popular, which is called Tobacco Rush, kind of like a red tobacco by Mancera sort of a vibe. But this thing, how refined this is this? Okay, this smells a little bit lighter compared to Nikolai Patchouli Intense, but it's spot on that the uncanny similarity, and it's more wearable, beast mode longevity. Okay, so 80 ml per $45. Okay, so you do the maths, it's way cheaper than the Nikolai, and I would say this is a very criminally underrated fragrance. Patchouli on Fire by Afnan. When this part is raised, you feel like there's a button you just want to press and some magic would happen. Okay, that's three gone. So top 10. Okay, top 10, I would go with this fragrance. Thankfully I bought it again. I used to own this fragrance and it went bad. I put both bottles side by side. Okay, this fragrance is called 212 Sexy Men, and they are from very different times. Okay, they are not the same batch. So this fragrance, I understand, is discontinued now. This is my old bottle, and when this bottle was here it went bad. I think it's a very old batch. Okay, not my most favorite 212 flankers, but it is different. If you enjoy Lamal, okay, or was other one, a few of the other ones which has a similar vibe. There are a lot of Lamal inspired fragrances. This is one of them, but more spicy. It's, some people say Indian curry. Okay, I don't see that, but it is long lasting. It is sexy. It's powdery. It doesn't smell great, especially in summer. Like there's another fragrance called Dolce & Gabbana Puro Intenso, right? Another discontinued gem. That and this have something in common apart from the color. They both smell great. That one, the Intenso, has lavender. I think there is a leather and something else in there. That fragrance is so nice. So a lot of pepper. This one is spicy, powdery, and like, I would say this fragrance is just very different than what is trending right now. Okay, if you go to the market, you can get this within $60. Okay, which is a still great value. Back in that, it used to be 45. So this fragrance is criminally underrated in my humble opinion, and I'm just happy I got this back. And one of the best features of these 212s are the magnetic cap. That's number 10. Number 9, this has some love. Okay, this is called Bad Boy Lefa, and this is similar to one of the Nishane fragrance. Check out my review, I already mentioned it. This one has a grape soda vibe. Okay, grape, it smells like grapes. Okay, it smells like powdery, it smells like a little bit like a grapefruit. So it's a fruity opening, but it has this, like on the dry down, it plays its magic. In winter, it smells so good. I used it as a scent of the evening. Really long lasting, and I think this is the most sophisticated one from the line. There's another one called Cobalt and Cobalt Elixir, which are all great, but this is the OG. So Bad Boy Lefa by Kevin Herrera. Underrated one, nobody talks about it. And I forgot which one it is, similar to of PDM, but I do remember, man. There was like, not PDM, Nishane, but forgot the name. Anyway, I suggested it. So the next one, this one is now maybe discontinued, and before discontinuation, they also reformulated it, which was sad. But I luckily have a massive 200 ml bottle of vintage Boss Hugo Boss bottle unlimited. So this is one of my first fragrances, Angelic bottle. I just love that green and white bottle. And another thing is nice is the atomizer here. Where's the atomizer? It's gone. No, it's not gone. It's like the color of my, curtains. It's green. So this fragrance is shocking. When I tried it for the first time, I didn't have much expectations because I do love my Boss bottle. Boss bottle is OG. It's the goat. And other than Boss bottle, it was very difficult for me to love something else apart from the OG. This thing, when I got it in 2016-17, this thing, when I sprayed on my skin, I did not expect more than 1 to 2 hours. I got 8 hours plus from this formulation. If you can see the green line on the white box, that is the old bottle. Okay, OG version. Get that. The newer version is similar, but performance is less. This thing, 8 hours plus. That performance is great. It has mint, it has green apple, it has musk, and I think it has few of the other notes I don't remember, man. The green apple and mint I remember. It's such a nice, clean, fresh. Some people say similar to Lacoste Blanc, but I think it's more interesting because of that apple note. Criminally underrated. This white bottle, nobody talks about it anymore. This is like Mont Blanc Legend Spirit as well, but more fruity. Next one, this line. You have to get some from this line. This is Thierry Mugler, but just Mugler now. Mugler Cologne. It's called Fly Away. Check out Mark's review, Robes '08. This guy, I understand some of you may hate him for being brutally honest and hating on most fragrances. He usually likes niche and oud. Okay, I see his weakness. Like, he is crazy. He's blind for oud fragrances. Okay, if he smells any oud, he loves it. But anything fresh, him and Sebastian Zara, they hate freshies. Okay, so but still watch his review. He said this is one of the most authentic smelling grapefruit. And I'll tell you one thing: Dolce & Gabbana, light blue, I forgot the name, man. There's another one that has also light blue forever, I think. Yeah, that one has authentic grapefruit. This is better than that. And this one has a drug note, which is there, but I don't get that. But it's mostly zesty grapefruit, which lasts a long time. Check it out. Mugler Cologne line never disappoints. This is one of my hidden gems in the collection. I just love spraying that anytime I need uplifting. Okay, Mugler Cologne, fly away. Number 6, my recent discovery. And if you do not know this fragrance, you need to get to try it. I'm not saying blind buy it, but you see the OG right there, there. That is called Lanidulum. And Lanidulum has a lot of dupes, a lot of inspired perfumes, I understand, but some of them are good. I think there's one called Myland, forgot the house name. And then few of the other ones like Nike and I think house, no, there's a J fragrance, a fragrance world. That one is similar, Blue Electric. But this one right here is an interesting one called Poker Face by Ted Lapidus. Beautiful looking bottle. And somehow I always feel this one is done by the singer. Okay. So Poker Face is by who? Lady Gaga, right? Yeah. So I, for some reason, always think like this is Lady Gaga's perfume. No, this is Ted Lapidus. Ted Lapidus is affordable, but in Bangladesh, it's not. This particular perfume costed me under $50, okay, with shipping and all. This is interesting take on lanudin. It doesn't smell like lanudilum in the opening, okay? It is, opening is different thing, but it adds, the dry down adds this iris. You start getting, I'm not saying Durum Intense meets lanudilum. That means this fragrance is better than Lanui and DHI both. No, it's not. But it gives you the feel from dry down. You start getting that sexiness of lanudilum, powdery, cocoa, chocolate, and that cardamom. This one gets that with added classy touch of iris. That's what makes this fragrance very interesting. Check out my review and try it. It's a criminally underrated fragrance. Nobody's talking about it. Number 5. This is personal sentiment. Okay, some of you may say this is trash, this is too weak, it's a weak juice, and this one doesn't work for you. I also said the same thing. The longevity is not impressive, but in winter I get this in 4 to 5 hours. But the smell, this is why it's underrated. This is one of my most favorite lines of Polo Blue. Okay, Polo Blue, Parfum, Ultra Blue, Deep Blue, there are plenty. EDT is my favorite, and second favorite is Parfum, or Parfum. Okay, this is sophistication. It is blue. Okay, it's just a bit, it just show you. Wait, if you see the bottle color, you'll see what they've done here. Okay, this is my signature scent, one of them. Man, sorry, haven't reached for it for a while. A lot of dust on it. Yeah, I do cleaning services on live. Okay, so yeah, this and that, not same, right? EDT looks like a bit old school. The new ones look more smart. So what they did, Polo Blue EDT is kind of like a lighter blue, and this is a bit darker blue. What they did was they took the DNA of Polo Blue, made it less fresh. I do love Polo Blue. It's like one of the best. I'm gonna spray some right now. Yeah, sprayer sucks, but I love Polo Blue for summer. This thing is great for cold weathers. This one is added with a leather note, which makes it sophisticated, a little bit dark, and it is not like Acqua di Gio Profumo, but tries to go to the territory, like darkness of that. Okay, so it's a blue dark fragrance, Polo Blue Parfum. Definitely criminally underrated for the smell. I think this is the weakest in the lineup, but it's still good. Ah, tired. Shouldn't have done 12. Should have done just 5. Next one. This year's one of the best discovery for me, and I would say this is one of the fragrances doesn't get the love it deserves. If you love cherry, this is one of the best cherry fragrance in this budget. Okay, this is called Mayar Cherry Intense by Lattafa. That Polo Blue, oh good lord, God save me, hold on. And then I started coughing like crazy, like I'm dying and stuff. Okay, so yeah, not pleasant, man, spraying too much in the cold time. Okay, so the Mayar Cherry Intense, some ladies said this is for women. Yeah, it's made for women. Great bottle, but it's more masculine than feminine. And I can see it. It's not a sweeter like a cough syrup cherry. This is actually like that strawberry jam, like made layers with the cherry note, and it's a little bit dark. And this fragrance is plenty nice to wear because it's not like a boring, playful. Like if you know the Tom Ford, cherry ones like what cherry, Lost Cherry, and the other one. This is nicer than those. Okay, this is more realistic and more serious version of it, and I think I like it. Less sweet, less tart, but it's a dark cherry and jam of strawberry. Definitely check it out. It's one of my favorite fragrance buys this year. Mayar Cherry Intense by Lattafa. Lattafa. Top three. Another Polo fragrance. I have to include this because this one is not getting any talk apart from one or two reviewers. This is called Polo Oud by Ralph Lauren. When it came out first, this one was $150. I didn't want to do that, and I paid $85 when there was a sale, and I got it. And I think $85 actually is very well spent money. Look at the bottle, very regal. It looks like Polo Green, Polo Crest, those bottles. It looks more premium than the regular Polo bottles. Exactly the same, but the cap is different, right? So this is class in a bottle. Okay, at first when you spray it, you have to give it some time. Be a little bit patient, because more and more you wear it, it shows you the quality. It does have some distinctive connection with the original Polo Green, but it's not a green fragrance. It's like a oud, spicy, and a little bit of a nature-like fragrance, and it's very high class, like Tom Ford Oud Wood. That quality, it I think is less sweet than Supreme Oud, which is discontinued. Get this, you can get it right now. This fragrance is very, very awesome. Number two and number one. Number two is one of my most favorite Tom Ford perfumes. I just love this fragrance. Nobody talks about it. Nobody loves it. It was discontinued. And it's just a sad tragedy, okay? Tragedy of Lord George, okay? Sorry. Tom Ford Noir Anthracite. This fragrance, I don't know why they included this in designer side, which made us actually could afford it. Like, we could afford this fragrance. Usually I don't buy the Tom Ford upper class lines because they are way out of my price range. But this one, it smells more expensive than Tom Ford Private Blend, okay? And this fragrance is the most unique Tom Ford I ever smell. There are some unique ones out there, I understand. The Amber Absolute, the Cypress, there's some other ones. I reviewed quite a few. This one remains my number one Tom Ford for a reason, okay? I do have Noir Extreme, which is more sexy and sweet, but this thing, just check out my review, you'll see why I rate it very highly. Someone asked me, like, I would pay you $200 to sell it to me. I didn't, okay? So that's number two. What is number one then? I'm sorry. Oh man, that Polo Blue hits me over and over again. Okay, I had this bottle before, the vintage version, and I recently got a more modern version. It's a women's perfume, and I will tell you one thing. Like, when I started collecting, I never see gender in a perfume. Fragrances are gender free. Anybody can wear anything. But I used to buy a lot of women's perfume back in the days, like Armani C. You know my favorite ones: Decadence, Flower Bomb, Chanel Number 9, or Lacoste Parfum. I like a lot of them. Okay, this one is one of the best women's perfumes I ever bought and smelled, because this fragrance has a peach note. I love the peach. I don't care for the rest of it. It's very sweet, like insanely. It's like you put this on, whole area, whole district knows you're wearing a perfume. It's a room filler. Okay, this is the perfume, My Burberry Black. I do not like My Burberry blush. I do not like original My Burberry, okay, because they are more floral than fruity or gourmand. This is more of a warm, sweet, thick. Think of, like, look at the juice color. It gives me vibes of like Dior's Dior Intense or Dior Parfum, because it gives that thickness. It feels like that. But I just enjoy the peach note a lot. I don't care for the rest of it. It's a floral. Maybe it has rose and stuff. But when in winter, if you can pull this off, you're gonna be one nice smelling dude, and women appreciate that. All right, and I will tell you, like, this is one of the best fragrances in my collection. Okay, so check it out. Check out these 13 fragrances. Sorry for the long video, but I just got carried away. Even though my mouth is drying up, I had some this for energy, but then this is Sting. It's a nice little drink, but man, I'm tired. Okay, so check out these fragrances. That's it. I'll write down the names, and you'll find some of these very interesting. I'm sure about them. Okay, I have enough variation here for summer, winter, mid-year. Okay, so take care and stay safe. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.